Hey guys, I think we are live. I'm gonna pull up chat right now on the phone. Chat is a little bit more active on the phone. I don't know if it's the mobile, but there is a much longer delay in chat when I log into this system here. So I'm gonna log in. Hey, thank you, Alex. Hey, Jules is cool, and hot meat flaps. Yeah, the new Goosey emoji. Hey, Goosey, how are you? So we have a docket. We'll go over the docket, then we'll go over each of the documents. I think it's fairly interesting stuff. To give you a... Oh, no. Mobile games. Okay, so we are live now, so I can see the chat. To give everyone a update on like what's happening, this is the main case. Now the case got split off, right? Interestingly to know, we always have to look at who the plaintiffs are and then who the defense. So this is Ethan Klein's company, and this is Alexandra, which is Denins, and then this is Doe's. So H3Snark, yeah, that is the document, the court doc that you can download that is in my screen right here. All court docs are available on Discord, so if you ever... Yeah, mobile games. Yeah, they always hit you with those mobile games, right? Those micro transactions, if you will. So this is the original. What happened was these people, they want to be anonymous, which is really, really hard to sue somebody who's anonymous. So they got split off. So the case actually got split into two different courts. So we heard Denins. So this is from Denins' legal team. Benjamin Caius is a very pricey lawyer. I believe he's the partner of Los Angeles. This is a guy charging probably upwards of over $1,000 an hour, if not more. And they're trying to, just to give you a brief reminder, they're trying to just end one of the complaints, right? VPNs that block ads, get rid of those pop-ups. We make money from ads, so I always feel like it's okay. I own a marketing agency, so I owned a marketing agency, so I always feel like, okay, that's what we do anyway, like as a living. So I'm going to go over the Goosey doc that you can download as well, and then we'll go over the actual documents. But here we had an update, and the update was on the last possible day, and we are going to see why that is the case, because they actually reference the H3Snark case quite a bit, especially for, the H3Snark case came down 48 hours or less after this. So yeah, this is the H3Snark, and very, very interesting stuff, right? Because kind of they're combined. Yes, they are separate entities in this lawsuit. They're co-defendants. But in many ways, H3Snark, whether or not they win or lose, is wholly dependent on Denins. So it's kind of a fascinating legal dynamic where maybe you're all in the same, but maybe you're not. Because there could be a possibility of one of the co-defendants plea out or settle, and then screwing the other one. It's almost like a prisoner's dilemma, right? From what we saw from H3Snark's lawyer, Leah, it really doesn't seem like they have any intention to throw Denins under the bus. But what if Denins, just like Caseytron, remember Caseytron threw H3Snark under the bus? What if Denins decides that, okay, I had enough of this, I'm going to throw H3Snark, here's a list of their names. It's interesting, right? So, TEI opposition to Denins, the Tony the Yellow screen. We have a lot more emojis. We have a lot. Yeah, Chinchilla. Yeah, let the backstabbing begin. Exactly. JD Straight Shot 42069 $5 donation says they want to be anonymous. Their lawyer didn't graduate law school. They depend on... Yeah, so my theory has always been Denins has these kick-ass lawyers, right? And I believe this, and I think anybody with any legal education would believe, or legal experience, the free lawyers that Denins hired they're better than the lawyer Ethan Klein has. Now, part of that is there's 3 of them, but part of that also is there are just shark litigators. These guys, we're going to take a look at. I know 2 of them on the top of my head. I forgot what the third one's name is. These guys have they have a working website. B, they have professional photography, right? So this is one of them, Benjamin KS, co-managing partner. This is a guy. He looks really tough. He's got his tattoos, his watch. I don't know what brand. Does anyone know what brand of watch this is? It looks like he's married. The way that he has described himself, and then when you go like this, when you actually check the guy's name, I guess you can just click on his LinkedIn. Frost LLC, the Power of Law, Variety. This is their building here. They got a little building for the holidays. Like it's a legit operation, right? It's a legit operation. He went to law school, and Ben cases. Owning property without privacy. So he wrote about this. Court listener here. He's been in several. Look at the list of cases. When we were pulling up Laird's cases, there just wasn't as many, right? So again, here, he's recognized. We're very proud of this. We'll welcome this attorney. So he's no, he's not a poser, Mango. He's not a poser. He is he's a tough attorney, guys. So and that's one of the 3. The other ones, the other one I remember is also called Ben. They have there's like 2 Bens, maybe Benjamin. What was the other one called? There was 2 other attorneys. I'll know it when I see it. But this is not a small law firm as we're going down. These are all lawyers, by the way. These are all lawyers. They got... Where? Emet? No, not Emet. Oh, I think this is the guy. I think this is the new guy. I think David is the new... Again, skilled litigator. They're all litigators. Litigators are very expensive lawyers. Let's take a look at David. I'm pretty sure David is the new one. He's got his glasses on, a white background, is looking like... he's gone to law school. He went to USC, Pepperdine, Caruso. A lot of Carusos. So, these guys are litigators, and he looks a lot tougher in this image than his LinkedIn image, but... Then there was another Benjamin. Let's see if we can find the other one. Oh, Benjamin, this guy. He's got his turtleneck. Looks a little bit like a Steve Jobsy, right? Turtleneck with his jeans, his blue jeans, black turtleneck. Commercial litigator. Again, they're all litigators, right? Oh, one of them is also a DJ, so you know they are good. Yes, exactly. Their bios are top notch. Look at this stuff. It's very, very good. And then they all got, they're not afraid, right? They all have their LinkedIn profiles on their website. They're not afraid. They're just like me. I have my LinkedIn. When I had a website before we sold, I had my LinkedIn. And all he did was litigation. That's all he did. He worked at 3 different law firms. This one's really big. DLA Piper is a very big law firm. This is a very good law school, University of California, Berkeley. I think it's top 30. It's not top 14, but top. So he went to Berkeley and then Berkeley. And this is like the worst of the 3, So in terms of like experience, at law school he was both a member of Berkeley Business. Oh, Queer Caucus. He is also queer, so that's awesome. So there's also diversity here, and this law firm is like, I like it. This law firm is like super diverse. So Benjamin, the other Ben, let me double check. I think that's what it means, right? He was part of the Queer Caucus. Yeah, right. I don't think there's any other way to interpret that, right? I don't want to discriminate against him, of course, but like I think that's. You're part of the Queer Caucus, right? Like, is it possible for a non-queer person to be part of the Queer Caucus? I'm not sure, but I'm assuming that he's gay. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, but look at them. So, woman, that's good. Older guys, white guys, guy with tattoo, we know him. Woman, that's good. Women of color, that's very good. Woman of color, this is probably perhaps. Oh, it's a Asian woman, that's good. Man of color, woman of color, man of color. So this is a Asian. This is African American. So yeah, look at this panel right here. It looks very diverse. This is Gazaniwan, maybe from a country in the Middle East, perhaps. But yeah, very, very diverse. This guy pointing a finger, Benjamin Gruss, potential, part of the queer. Again, I'm going to say this exactly. Queer caucus. Okay, so that's, I don't want to mince words here. Woman, guy, woman of color, potentially woman of color. Yeah, it's a very it's a very diverse group of people. Okay, it is a very diverse group of people, guys. Right. So this is, I like it. I mean, I like it. They're also located in Silicon Valley, Los Angeles. That's where Denins is located. Silicon Valley, New York, Phoenix, and Nashville. So these guys are kick-ass. You don't need to take my word for it. I think if you ask any lawyer, they'll tell you that, yes, this is a law firm that you should be afraid of, right? Okay, what did he, the California Legislation LGBTQ Caucus and Federal Congressional Equity Caucus are influential bodies aimed at advancing LGBTQ plus rights through legislation. Does not specify if you need to be gay to be part of it. Okay, so potentially gay, but may not be gay, but a supporter of LGBTQ plus rights at the very least. Okay, so that is what we that is who they are for. I think it's great. I think it's a very kick-ass law firm. To be honest, I would be okay joining it. Okay, so let me put it this way: would I join Frogan's law firm? Right? No. Frogan's law firm doesn't even work, and we're working for like minimal wage for a lawyer. We're literally like making $9.50 a trademark. Okay? We're not. I'm not going to work with Frogan's attorney. We're going to go broke. If we're not already broke, it's not going to work, right? Yeah. So no, we're not. This is Denins' law firm. Frogan's law firm is not diverse. It's one dude. Yeah, it seems like a nice place, guys. Like it's nice. It's a nice place. Oh, Goosey says Frogan law firm doesn't email back. Their email may not even work, Goosey. Their email may not even work. Okay. So would I join Frogan's law firm of one lawyer who has a website that has been broken this entire time? No. Would I join H3Snark law firm with Leia? Also no. Because I don't think they're making all that much money given how niche they are, right? This is like a legit law firm that, like, if they made me an offer, I would really consider joining. I'd be like, oh, cool. This is a pretty cool law firm. Okay, let's continue on, right? Yeah, so Frogan's law firm is now a cannabis hub. Or he wants it to be a cannabis hub. What was his name again? Guys, do we remember Frogan's law firm? Okay, well, we'll continue on here. Yeah, so you can set up your weed shop for success. Yeah, it's not cool. It's not great. Okay. So TEI's, so I'll show you this here. TEI's opposite. Oh, thank you, Alex. So this is the other law firm we could join. Oh, geez, there's nothing here. Oh, this is so multiple places in the website are still broken today. So when I try to go to try, plus the law firm just simply doesn't make any money. I can tell you this, that perhaps it's enough for like just him, but then you add more lawyers, like you have to exponentially, you have a better office, you need a paralegal now, you need a secretary now, like there are certain things that like you're gonna need, and the price point. This is flat rate, which means he cannot charge more than this. So if you pay him $950 and you want to talk about the weather or LeBron James or the queer caucus, he can't charge you more than $950 until the trademark is done. So this is a incredibly affordable lawyer, okay? And most recently, he's dabbled into the cannabis business. This, I promise you, this wasn't here. This was not here before. This is not here before. And yes, this is his logo, the Nikia Law Firm. Would I join a law firm like this? The answer is, of course, no. Okay, so let's continue on with this. TI opposes Denins' motion, arguing the court should reject it because her use of the nuke is not fair use and cannot be decided. So yeah, this is where we are right now. We're right here. Cannot be decided in her favor at this early stage. TI's central claim is Denins' live stream watch party was not transformative and functioned as a direct substitute for the original video, harming its market value. TEI claims Denins' real goal was to capitalize on the video release and divert views, not to meaningfully critique it. So another really interesting part about their argument, it stems from like how many viewers it has. I thought this was a pretty smart argument. So Denins' audience, this was very smart. I liked. There were certain things I really liked about Rom's filing, and there were some things that I thought were kind of questionable, but we'll go over both. Denins' audience even stated that they were viewing her watch party as a substitute for the original. Denins' chat is littered with people thanking her for hosting a watch party on a nuke, because otherwise they would have watched the original version. Equally telling, right? This is numbers. Denins' chat demonstrates that there was a massive exodus of viewers immediately after she finished the nuke. Quick statements by TEI. Denins streamed the nuke almost immediately after released when demand was highest. So again, that's Frogan. Frogan is here in chat. What did Frogan say? Alex blocked Frogan. Should I click on the... No. That is our good friend Frogan with double O's, right? Okay. Interesting stuff. So back to this. One of the main points that Ethan and his lawyer are trying to make is that 1 minute after, Denins was already streaming it. So in the original case where Ethan Klein won for fair use, he was streaming reacting to somebody's videos 2.5 years. You guys know how YouTube works, right? Within 24 hours is when the majority of people are going to watch your video. After 24 hours, it's like, who really cares? Right? Yeah, no, we are LGBTQ positive here in this community. So, again, not to say like, oh, hey, I'm... blah. I went to NYU. Many of my friends are LGBTQ, so we'll just keep it. We'll just keep it that way, right? I don't think you can go to NYU and not have friends who are LGBTQ, because I think it would just be very difficult, in my opinion. But yeah, Frogan, let's put her in timeout where she belongs. The Frogoon. Oh, geez. The Frogoon is even worse than the Frogan, it turned out. The Goon. The Gooners, right? The Gooners. I know what a Gooner is. A Gooner is like Lucari. Okay, so let's continue on. Okay. Let's continue on. She showed 70% of the full video, often with long, uninterrupted segments. Her commentary was spread out or minimal and often unrelated or superficial. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, right? Just like her actions are kind of weird, right? There's not like us. Like, people can criticize us. I think, like, what's the H3Snark criticized us for not like do, but we have Goosey do all of our like work. There's citations often, there's links, and it's all available publicly before the show, during the show, after the show. So like, this is a very different type of video than like if we just like had no plan. So if the plan was like, okay, we don't have a doc, we're just going to watch Denins for like 10 hours straight, right? That would be very different than if we had a plan. We have discussion points. We have commentary that we already have here. If we watched the nuke and we had the Goosey doc, and every time, or even before the nuke, we went over the Goosey doc, or during the nuke, we went over the Goosey doc, or after the nuke, we had the Goosey doc available, I think just even having the Goosey doc would be a huge thing about fair use, right? Because we didn't go in there just like reacting. We went in there with a plan. We went in there with our own opinions. We went in there with yes, I can see chat. So Frogun, just be nice, right? Just play nice, guys. We can do a longer. If everyone plays nice, we can do it. Yeah, exactly correct. The Goosey doc alone would make it transformative. Because we talk about the doc all the time. We go back to the doc. We jump here. Like, it's a way. Denins doesn't have a doc, right? Like, Denins doesn't have any of her original opinions. And even if she did, they're spread out, minimal, and often unrelated. They are superficial because there's not a talking point before. So Denins is kind of going with the groove, right, if you will. But that's not good when it comes to being transformative. Her audience used the stream instead of watching the original. Yeah, so I saw Goosey puts in the work, and we have a doc available to everybody, so like they can double check it. They can. So yeah, this is the crazy stuff here. Like, let me read you her chat. Denins, I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being willing to sabotage your own aggro so we can rob him of 4. Look at this simple mojo who I think, is there the blue thing? Does that mean like the moderator or a subscriber? So we can rob him of 4,000 views by you streaming it to us instead. Oh yeah, shout out. We got the Gooseys now, right? Yeah, these screenshots are kind of sloppy, Alex. So that's what I didn't like. I like good screenshots, right? Oh, blue is not moderator. Okay, so they're literally talking about robbing Ethan Klein of 4,000 views. Chat, make sure you only watch the content on the stream. Don't give, and this again, I do not know why this is screenshot this way, but I obviously it says don't give Ethan Klein engagement for this. It's what he wants. I appreciate you watching it, so I don't have to give Ethan a view to watch blank implode. It would be funny as F if his nuke lost initial viewers because people blank their reactions to today. Chat, watch it with Denins. Don't try to watch it on your own. Don't give him probably a view. Don't watch it on H3 channel. Never heard of Denins before, but I wanted to watch Ethan crash out without giving him any views. Denins definitely has star power. No wonder she has more live viewers right now. Jesus. Chat, remember, don't go watch this on Ethan's channel or comment. He hate viewers as well. We shouldn't give them to him. The classic hate viewers. Thank you for providing me a way to cringe at the video without feeding a view. Thank you for helping us avoid the sin of giving Ethan views. And here's the crazy part. When Denins' audience swelled to a unprecedented, and it's never been to 40,000 ever again, guys. Yeah, B6, her fans are digging her graves. When Denins' audience swelled to unprecedented number of over 40,000, it's never hit that number again, right? Her chat commented the number was uncharacteristic. Did I miss something? Are you normally at 39K viewers on your streams? 40K on Denins, 9-hour stream. What's going on here? What's with the 40K? Most damning, Denins chat noted a precipitous drop off of viewers immediately after the nuke stopped playing. The vast majority of viewers were there to watch the nuke and not her. Instant drop to 8K views. It went from 40K views to 8K like that. Maybe it wasn't view botters. The view count fell back to 7K straight after. Denins' argument against market harm are essentially never mind the man behind the green curtain. She asked this court to ignore the statements she made evidencing her purpose to siphon viewers from the nuke to herself, that streaming the nuke immediately after a release successfully achieved this purpose. Again, yeah, she streamed it like a minute after. This isn't like me watching somebody's video. So it would be very different if like 2 years later she watches the nuke and all those views are gone, right? So like anyone on YouTube knows this. B6 says, I hope Denins enjoyed that while it lasted. Yeah, she's going to pay. Yeah, she's going to pay for it. Yeah, so I think it's pretty, this is a very solid argument, but I don't know why he's doing this. You know, you guys, I'm a big fan of like screenshotting things that you can read. You know, like, it's a weird, right? But okay. Okay, back to the Goosey Doc. Her audience used the stream instead of watching the original with chat messages confirming this, which we went over. The H3Snark subreddit actively directed users to her stream as a substitute. Yeah, she went from normally 4,000 to 40,000 once the nuke started airing, and then her quote commentary, and then the nuke ended, and she was back down to 8,000, right? So, yeah, a litigator is a very scary lawyer. This dude is not going to scare nobody. This guy's not a litigator. He's a transactional lawyer. This guy looks super friendly. He ain't going to scare nobody. Then you look at this dude with his tattoo. Man, he looks scary. Look at this. Look how scary this dude is. Damn, like okay, like look at him. He's pretty much a badass. And then look at him. So, which one is a litigator? Yeah, Frogan's lawyer is just a sweet old man. Exactly, correct, Alex. With broken links and doesn't respond to email. And he just wants to make his $950 every week. I don't know how he's surviving off $950 because it takes a few months to do this, actually. Now, again, you can do like 40 trademark registrations at once, but it does take like, 6 months to do a full service package. Which we'll click here. What does that even mean? Okay, full service means he gives us 6 things to us. I charge a flat. Okay, no, we're going too far. We gotta finish this. Tia, we can look at this later. Yeah, one of them looks like he's a badass and he's going to kick your butt. The other one looks like he's like a friendly uncle. He's a friendly uncle. You're trying to get into the cannabis business. And he just needs $950 and off you go. With your cannabis logo. Maybe we should hire him. Guys, what if we hire him? And see how much he cost? And then, like, design a cannabis logo for ourselves. And it only costs $950, guys. Oh, he's a sleeper agent. Wait until he rips off his suit. Oh, geez. Like, let's take a look at the rest of them. Okay, so this is one of... He's got the Steve Jobs feel. Like, oh, man, I'm Steve Jobs. Like, man, that is... Okay, let's go back. TI's argument. So, 4 factors of fair use. 4 factors... Yeah, Checkman, that's exactly correct, right? Exactly correct. Casey Tron had these same exact lawyers. Now, technically speaking, she only had the 2 Benjamins, okay? She only had this Benjamin and then the other Benjamin. The other Benjamin we can't actually Google. I don't know what happened to other Benjamin, but he's not Googleable. Oh, this is the other Benjamin. So these two Benjamins. Now, I'm pretty sure this is. I'm almost certain this is Denins' third lawyer. We can check real fast. Yes, it is. This was a new lawyer added on March 23rd. Okay, now let's go back to Goosey Doc. So there's 4 things you look at for fair use, right? Purpose and character. The stream was commercial, resembled a group viewing session, not critique, and the commentary was inconsistent. Oh, thank you, Kid Peepty. It is a goat. It is a goat statue. A goat trophy. Thank you for the goat trophy. The stream was commercial and the commentary was inconsistent and secondary to showing the video. The rebroadcast wasn't criticism, it was competition. Talking sometimes isn't the same as transforming the word. I agree with this. So the whole argument is like, even if she started talking, is that transformative? And the answer, of course, is no. I can go, do we have the clip? I know Alex made the short. I gotta find it. There is a short where she literally is talking in like my 2-year-old. She's not even 2, but talks better than Denins. There's a short here. Also, guys, watch our shorts. They're really good. Where Denins talks in baby talk. I know that Alex knows where it is because Alex is the one who made it. Where like she's like oh blah 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 oh blah 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 oh blah are sitting there breastedly, as Denins would say herself, where she's just like, and she's kind of like showing off her breasts, right? Yeah, where is that? Denins having a movie night. Is Denins a real anime fan? Denins say okay, but there is a funny clip I have here. It is very funny, but she says like oh here.
Just okay.
Oh God, you. Where's Sabar? You telling me Sabar? Wow, she is so. Oh no! Wow, you telling me?
All right, he didn't lie. He didn't lie. He's not a liar. He's not a liar.
Oh no, where is it? Oh, thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex.
Just okay.
Oh God, yeah, imagine your argument is, oh, you know what? I was talking the whole time, but you were just like, do. You know, it doesn't make any sense, right? It's a very poor argument. Like, so she just kind of like does this often, but we caught her one time.
Just okay.
Oh God, do. Yeah, Alex had to, yeah, Alex does all of our shorts, right? Yeah, Alex does all of our shorts. So like, yes, just because you're talking does not mean the work is transformative or you're adding any criticism. I think that's a good example of somebody talking, but like not like doing. So like if I had my baby, she doesn't speak yet, and we're watching like the newest Marvel movie, and all she's doing is like talking in baby talk, right? No, we're going to be sued and we're going to lose. So that's number 2. Nature of the nuke. So they're saying, oh, nuke is not creative. I thought the nuke was pretty creative, right? Like you guys probably all watched the nuke. I can imagine it took over 100+ hours together. Multiple people working on it. It was edited. I thought it was pretty creative. So that's number 2. Number 3, the amount used. I don't think there's any way Denins can win number 3. See, use the whole thing. So one thing would be like if I use a clip of, or I use a 5-minute period on time, and that's all I use for my stream, which is what we normally do. We don't play like, like when we doing Carl Jobs and Camelot, we just play the clip what we need. Yeah, B6. I thought the editing was very good. Very high quality. I mean, I could not do said our editing. Can I make it bigger? I probably can. Let's zoom in to 125. Oh, yes. Good point. So our editing, we rely on Alex for all of the editing, computing things that we do. Maybe I can make it even bigger. You think so? You think I can make it bigger? 150? Oh, yeah, perfect. Okay, perfect size. Perfect size. So in the future, I'll make it 150. Boom. Okay. There's a KFC in Yemen. Yeah, there's... like, for these nighttime streams, we have a little bit more time, so we can, like, chill out. Like, for the, noon streams, I'm trying to, like, get off by 1 or 1:30 at the latest. So there's kind of this rush where we just have to finish the document, like, as fast as possible. Here, it's more chill because we have more time. So we have more time to go over this. Yeah, now we're reading, like, something as simple as this we didn't do until just now. 3 months later. Okay, so that's number 3. See, use the whole thing. Okay, that's very different than what we use. Right, when we want to, like, make a point, we just watch the thing. We don't watch 10 hours of the thing. We just watch, like, what we need. Market effect, the stream, and this is probably the most important one, and often the hardest one to prove. The stream was intended to replace the original viewing experience. Viewers explicitly said that they watched her stream to avoid giving TEI views, resulting in direct monetary harm. This is not just overlap, it is substitution. If your goal is to critique, you wouldn't need to rush. Yes. Yes. So again, I thought this was well done. And these are the 4 arguments of fair use. And this is Rom's argument why it is not fair use. Again, some arguments are going to be better than other ones, but overall. Bonus point, TEI brought up Denins' past omissions that watch parties reduce views for original. Oh, here we go. Okay, let me put in my phone. It looks like there's a video here. Okay, let's take a look. This is very interesting stuff. Okay. Let's take a look. And now we can watch the Ubu. We can watch this as many times as we want. Okay, where is it? Hold on 1 second. Here we go. That's my reenactment of it. Sometimes my child also says, okay. So that's as much language as Denins has. Oh, here we go.
Hassan comes back to his chat, which, by the way, I just want to be clear on my opinion on, like, filler content and stuff. Like, I think filler content, like, if someone, you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React streamer.
Filler content. Just like anime filler. No one likes it.
And I try to do it only when I do it with, like, Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that, because at least I'm not, like, directly ripping from one content creator and not, like, a whole team.
Not directly ripping from one content creator. At least he's ripping from multiple content creators. Okay. Oh, hey, MM. Nice to see you here.
And most of those videos have, like, 5 million views. I only get, like, 500 viewers. Like, I'm not even going to be taking, like, I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel, like, I guess, bad about that. And whereas, like, I would feel very bad about doing that to, like, a single content creator, which I know is, like, an arbitrary metric for the record.
I mean, the thing is, it's all arbitrary, right? There's all these gray areas. There's no hard lines in this. Yeah,
I just think that, like, if you're one person and you spend all this time making one video, that one...
Is that Ethan Klein making his one video that he's going to steal?
Definitely feels like you're more stealing than, like...
the term stealing is being used. Very interesting. Very interesting, Denins. The exact term stealing is... Like, this is why we need Goosey. He finds, like, the best shit for us to, like, play. Holy moly, this is really bad for her. I hope they play this in front of the judge. I guess they did. The whole debate. Yeah, so Denins knows exactly what she's doing here. She knows exactly what she literally uses the word stealing.
Like Vox's whole team, right? And again, this is arbitrary. This is my opinion. Maybe I'm coping because I'm a React streamer and I want to have that content. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, you want to steal someone else's content as a React streamer. I understand. It's no different than Jeremy. Alex, do we have the Jeremy image of him and his oranges? Let's bring. Oh, we made one recently. I saw it. The funny thing. Where's the Jeremy? Oh, here.
Wow, that's crazy. Check this out.
Jeremy has turned to making slop shorts that steal other people's content.
What are the oranges for? Well,
Oh, geez. Okay, so that's what people wanted to know. Okay, I didn't see this until now. The oranges. So Jeremy is a React streamer. Oh, Fick Like Bricks. Here good to see you. We don't see a Fick Like Bricks during the noon show as much anymore. Yeah, so this is basically what she's talking about.
it tasted good. Let me know what you think. What are the...
Wait. So he basically made an intro. What are the oranges for? And then he stole the entire video. Oh, God. Was that it? This like 3-minute video. He made an intro for her. And then he just stole, and then he put his logo here. Yeah, he put his logo here. Woman living in like a poor Asian country. She needs the AdSense. Yeah, I mean, come on. What is going on here? Oh, okay. And this is a Goosey's best work. I don't want to call it, Goosey does good work, but this is one of Goosey's better works. Denins bar chart, but it's the quartering average short. Oh, congrats. Oh, Fick Like a Brick. Congrats on starting the new job. Hopefully, you're having fun at the new job. But yeah, this is like Denins bar chart, but it's the quartering. So the gray part is like, where are the oranges? And then the blue part is, just, stealing the stuff. Oh, but this is very interesting. I didn't even know, that Denins had this video. She's actually telling you she feels bad for stealing people's content by reacting. And if she could steal people's content, she would target, instead of one person like Ethan Klein for like his whole nuke, at least at this point in her life, with 500 viewers, she's wanting to target multiple people, stealing multiple pieces of content, right?
But I guess like the part that like really like you had like this part in the beginning where Hassan says that, they could be like disabled. Like the person who owns this home could be disabled. And you like make like a joke, and like maybe I read into the joke too much, but you make a joke like saying like, what type of disability makes you have 2 toilets in your bathroom, right? But like in that specific example, I guess apparently what my chat told me was that his chat was saying like, oh, this like incel, whatever, like look at this piece of shit garbage, whatever, he's not cleaning his house. And he was trying to say like, you don't even know the context of this.
Is he talking about Asmongold? What is he talking about? I guess this part is over now. Why would somebody have 2 toilets in their bathroom? I've never heard of this before. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, why would you need 2 toilets in a bathroom? Even if you are disabled, don't you just need 1 toilet, but like have handrails? Why would you? No. We don't need 2 toilets, right? No. Like 2 sit-down toilets, right? This is very puzzling. Like, what is he reacting to?
Of this person. Like, they could be physically disabled, and they could be not able to clean, like, the place or whatever. Or, like, maybe they have ADHD, depression, and that's why it makes it hard. And maybe it was, like, a complete, like, joke from you.
Well, what happened here? How did we get from, like, stealing people's content to being disabled and having 2 toilets and not cleaning it because you have ADHD? Okay, let's go back to this one here.
Hassan comes back to his chat, which, by the way, I just want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like, I think filler content, like if you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React streamer. And I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that, because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team and stuff. And most of those videos have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers. Like I'm not even going to be taking like out what I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video.
Yes, but 50 views is still 50 views, right? So I think I think that C is just so used to doing this that she doesn't actually know what she's doing is copyright infringement. Because what she's describing here is simply copyright infringement. Yeah, exactly, Alex. It doesn't matter if you stole from a whole team or you stole from one person. She's talking about stealing from Vox, and it's okay because they have 5 million views, and I only have 500 viewers, and so therefore I'm stealing 10%. But like, what she's describing here is copyright infringement. She just doesn't understand it as such.
Video, it's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. And whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator, which I know is like a.
So she would feel bad about doing that to a single content creator. So I guess she doesn't feel bad about that, doing that to Ethan Klein, because Ethan Klein is, you know, a business. He's got a business. He's got multiple people who have to be paid. Like, you know, like Ethan Klein's a business. Like he's got multiple salaries on paid check. He's got to pay people, right? So like, again, I don't know if she knows this, but what she's describing here is copyright infringement, regardless of if it's one person, a team of people, or Vox, right? Yeah, micro-looting. That's how I would say it. Yeah, micro-looting. That's a really good, like, that's a good term for it. Micro-looting. Yeah, so see, oh, I only took 50 views. It's not a big deal. It's like if you go to a grocery store and you steal, like, a pack of bubble gum, and then you leave. It's only a pack of gum. Surely Walmart, this billion-dollar company, can support. It's not like I stole a pallet of Pokemon cards. Come on, guys. I just stole a pack of bubblegum, right? Ethan is not single. He's married with kids. He found a loophole. So yeah, it's micro looting, right? So it's like a bunch of smaller content creators just stealing small amounts of views from. So like, let's say like for the Vox thing where there's 5 million views, then it steals 50. But what if this guy steals 50 and I steal 50 and Ethan steals 500? And then like, you know, what if a bunch of us is just stealing, you know, 50 views? It would add up. It would add up to be a damaging amount, right?
An arbitrary metric for the record.
I mean, the thing is, it's all arbitrary, right? There's all these gray areas. There's no hard lines.
No. Who is this guy? What is he talking about? There's all these gray areas? No, there is no gray area of copyright infringement or not. Dude, she knows what she's doing. And she uses the word stealing a little later. Hold on.
Lines in this.
Yeah, I just think that like if you're one person and you spend all this time making one video, that one definitely feels like you're more stealing than like like Vox's whole team, right? And again, this is arbitrary. This is
a very interesting argument. So, is it better to steal? Is it better to steal from one person, or is it better to steal from a team, or is it just all just stealing, right? Kendra said, Pope Nick is the gold standard for P-breaks. Yeah, you can, yeah, no, that's exactly, you can, why don't you put your own videos on, right? He's good, he got the right idea, just gotta play it out. Okay, let's continue on.
this is my opinion. Maybe I'm coping because I'm a React streamer and I want to have that content. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, that's exactly why she stole Ethan Klein's content. She wanted the 40,000 viewers. See, this is the motive. No, this is the motive. Guys, this is the MO. See, so an MO is something called modus operandi. And it means that you continuously do the same thing over and over again. So like, MO means like, so 4 years ago, she was doing this. And without Ethan Klein suing her, she would still be doing this today, as we speak. Maybe he's a little bit more careful now because he's actually in a lawsuit. But this is how we would call an MO, a modus operandi. So in law school, they teach it to you that criminals, they have the same behavior, the pattern of behavior. Like a serial killer, for instance, they will have the same pattern of behavior. They can't help themselves, right? Yeah, Tom, she wants a third toilet for her room, yes. They can't help themselves. Guys, I know why she needs 2 toilets. When I used to live in New York City, over the summer, I had a friend, and his cat used a toilet. Like, he had trained his cat to use a toilet. But he didn't want to use the same toilet as his cat. So he literally had 2 toilets. But they weren't in the same room, right? They weren't in the same room. Guys, I know exactly why she has 2 toilets. Or why this guy has 2 toilets. Now, I can explain 2 toilets, but in different rooms, right? Yeah, so she has a cat. She has a cat. And so he never wanted, because he always wanted his cat to feel like she could use the toilet anytime. So he never used the same toilet as his cat. And I tried to use the toilet, and he said, no one uses that toilet. Only my cat can use that toilet, because that's the toilet. So the cat would jump on the toilet, and then take a poop or pee, and then he would smell it, and then he would flush the toilet. That is probably why they have 2 toilets. What if he wants to spend time with her? What if she wants to spend time with her cat? Right? And they want to look at each other while they both poop. Obviously, why we have 2 toilets. Thank you, Laugh Out Loud. Hi, guys. For becoming an associate lawyer.
I guess like the part that like really like you had like this part in the beginning where Hassan says that, they could be like disabled. Like the person who owns this home could be disabled.
Okay, so we're done. So she talks about stealing, disabled. Yeah, so once he smells it, he flushes the toilet, okay? Yeah, so you would smell on it. Once you smell the poop, you flush the toilet. No, guys, this is very common in New York City. This is very common in New York City. Cat poops on toilet. Because they don't have, like, that much space. Yeah. Yes, this is very common. Cat poops on toilet. You can train it. You can hire somebody to come in for, like, 2 days and train it. Oh, geez. Never washed cat feces on toilet. Oh, Jesus. Okay, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. But cats can do this. Yes, cats can do this. Cats can do this, guys. This is very normal. Okay. That explains the 2 toilet problem. I think I've solved it pretty well. Using my deduction. No, Tony, your cat cannot flush. I don't know any cats that can flush. Okay? That would be very, very advanced for a cat. I've never heard of a cat that can flush the toilet. I've only heard of cats that can use the toilet. Alright, now back to this. Another judge in another court, H3Snark judge, recognized her stream was used as a substitute for TEI content. TEI argues fair use is fact-intensive and inappropriate to resolve a motion like this. To conclude, yes. TEI is asking the court to deny Denins' motion, arguing her use was commercial, minimally transformative, excessive, and harmful to the market, and therefore unable to qualify as fair use as a matter of law in the stage of the case. These issues should go to summary judgment, on trial, not be decided early. Okay, that is the Goosey docs. Very well done, Goosey. Thank you, Goosey. Downloadable in Discord. Now I'm just gonna go ham on this. This is David, the new lawyer. And I'm just going to go over some things I like, some things I don't like, some interesting things that were mentioned here. This is obviously very one-sided. This is coming from ROM. This is nuke. These are the cases that are cited. So this is like what... Okay, so look at all these cases. This is what Carl Jobs has to do. How's Carl Jobs ever going to do this? Carl Jobs, again, isn't even a U.S. citizen. So how is he going to cite this many U.S. cases? I don't know. Here are the statutes, and then here are the other authorities. Hassan Piker, the nuke, the question whether it extends justifiably commercially exploiting upon its release. I like the bolded. The bolded is cool. I like it. It's not just a question of it exists, but the extent. Correct. So you can transform something. You can transform a piece of content, but you didn't transform it enough, right? Oh, yes. We also have Twitter. Previously, I had mentioned we didn't have Twitter, but we do have Twitter, guys. We do have Twitter. So you can transform something, but you didn't do enough of a job transforming it for fair use. This is very important to know. So there's no argument. I'm not making the argument that Denins didn't transform anything. The argument is he didn't do enough. Okay? Yeah, we probably will do Carl Jobs maybe on Monday. There's been a big recent development in Carl Jobs. It's found that TEI alleged and proved. Okay, so yes. Okay, this is a big win. Okay, guys, look at this. So this was like on the 29th, but it came down. I wouldn't say it came down. I think Goosey was the first one to get it at like 5 p.m. So this document was submitted on the 1st of May. So he had less than 48 hours. He had less than 48 hours to do this and submit it and all of this stuff. But the Honorable Sally Kim agreed in her April 29th, 2026 order denying the H3Snark mods motion to quash. It found that TEI alleged and proved, here you go, that the H3Snark mods directed potential viewers of the nuke to view Denins' watch party as a substitute for the original. So this is very important. H3Snark? Yeah, Goosey, yeah. I think ROM, I don't know if he knew it would drop, because I didn't think it would drop on the 29th, right? But he waited until the last possible day to submit his documents. And by the, by, I guess, good luck. Because I thought Sally Kim was going to take a long time to decide. Just from the sheer number of, like, Leia, like, printouts. But she literally said, hey, and yes, Alex, this is exactly why you wait for the last day. A good lawyer will wait. It's kind of like, hold. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings, right? Hold, but you want to submit, right? You want to submit, but you got to hold because something could have happened. And something did happen. Something literally dropped at 5 p.m. on 2 nights before, right? Hey, Lanza Luz. Nice to see you here. Yeah, so wasted design. I think he drafted it, got ready, and then had to rewrite it. Because this is not the only time he mentions this. He actually mentions it in the next document as well. So, like, But again, he doesn't know when it's going to drop. Okay? Because we didn't know. We had no clue. There was no schedule for the drop. We knew when he had to respond, May 1st. And B, he doesn't know if he's going to win. So there could exist a scenario where it drops, but but it's not good for him, right? So it could be a scenario where it drops and Sally Kim says, you know what, Leia? You're so smart and look at all these trees you killed. God, there must be something here for you. So A, he doesn't know it's going to drop. And B, he doesn't know what it's going to say. Denins' audience even stated that they were viewing her watch party as a substitute for the original. Denins' chat is littered with people thanking her. Yeah, again, we have this. We have the chats, the screenshots. We have other cool stuff later to show you. This is what the Goosey document normally talks about, the wide dissemination, defense of a critic. I did like, this is not typical. Most lawyers don't do this. I don't do this. But in this context, I did like it because it was a lot, at least it was a lot easier for me to. Oh, here is her stuff. Here's her most damning quote. Denin's statements demonstrating her purpose was to siphon viewers away from the nuke and to herself, including 1. Telling the chatter, if you want to enjoy it, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. Reading a chatter stating, we're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views to the nuke. And responding, she was going to stream it. Immediately after her watch party, this is the most damning evidence. I don't know how they're going to get past this. This is very damning because it's asking for money. So like it's okay. So here's how copyright normally works, right? Let's say I'm an artist. I want to go to a convention. I'm going to do something called fan art. Fan art technically is copyright infringement. I'm going to use Naruto or One Piece, or I'm going to use Luffy. I'll make a bunch of Luffy t-shirts and sell them for money. Typically speaking, that is copyright infringement because you're making money from it. If you wanted to make a Luffy t-shirt for yourself to enjoy, for yourself to wear, and you're never going to sell another version of it, it's just something cool that you've made for yourself, that's art. But when you commercialize something, that's when the copyright infringement, because then that's damages, right? So if you make a Luffy t-shirt for yourself and you never sell it, then if they ever do sue you, and then maybe they sue you, right? Then the argument is, what are the damages? How could I market substitute? Like, I wasn't selling any. But if you make a Luffy t-shirt, then you sell it to tens of thousands of people, then they're going to say, oh, well, those people bought your Luffy t-shirt and not the official Luffy t-shirt. And that's how you would prove damage. So, and the artist alley, there is a huge debate over fan art versus original art, with copyright infringement, what AI art. Like, if you guys want to like be on the bleeding edge of this, go to a anime or artist convention and talk to an artist for half an hour about it. They will have so much to say about it. So if you want to be on the bleeding edge of copyright, AI, and so on, talk to an artist because they know far more than most lawyers do about this type of stuff. This is the killer. If you enjoyed not giving any views, number 1, you said not giving any views to that terrible video. Number 2, you ask for money. Subscribe, throw a prime. Subscribe costs money on Twitch. It's not like on YouTube. YouTube is free, right? Like, somebody correct it. If you subscribe, no, that's not correct. The throw a prime, I don't use Twitch that much. Throw a prime means you get money, right? Throw a prime means that you get money, right? If you enjoyed your time here. The day after her watch party, Denins acknowledged she knew all the people didn't want to give the video another view. That is why they watched it with her. So this is like 4 very damning statements. I think the most damning statement is throw a prime. Prime is money. Yeah, prime is money, right? Yeah, Chinchilla. It's very interesting. Toei, yeah, the One Piece. I mean, I'm kind of, like in this environment where I can't tell you exactly what's happening, but I'm advising a very large fan art YouTube channel on how to do their copyright right now. So it is a very, very top of the mind topic for many people in Artist Alley because they are shutting people down. At some type of convention like Dragon Con, there were people from like Viz Media shutting people down for copyright infringement and then suing them, right? oh, subscribe still costs money, Prime is free, but she gets money from Prime, right? My impression is that she actually receives money from Prime. So if you throw her a Prime, you're throwing her some money. Is that correct? Right? Okay, follow. Yes, but like to throw the Prime means money. I think that's tough. That's tough to like then say like you're not doing this for money. So again, it's one thing when you're not asking for money, there's no donations on. It's a completely another thing when you're literally asking for money, right? Because then you have monetized your copyright infringement. And if you talk to an artist, that's where they draw the line. If you're just making like Pokemon charms for yourself, Pokemon t-shirts for yourself, and you never sell it, there's no record of you having any sales, that's okay, right? Because the damages will be very minimal, if any. But if you go out and you're asking for money, right? You're asking for money. That's where like they can really hit you for copyright. And traditionally that's been the case, right? Yeah, and this is also very important to know. Denins watched began her watch party 1 minute after it was released. So here's another very interesting argument, right? Like before Denins was talking about watching like a Vox video and all this stuff, like she was saying like, oh, the video already had 5 million views, but because she was watching it later. Let me repeat, this is very different. Let's play this. This is a very good insight into her mental state. I hope they use this more.
Right. And again, this is arbitrary. This is my opinion. Maybe I'm coping because I'm a React streamer and I want to have that content. Do you know what I mean? It's like an arbitrary metric for the record.
I mean, the thing is, it's all arbitrary, right? There's all these gray areas. There's no
like I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. And whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator, 500 viewers. Like I'm not even going to be taking like I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, or Vice videos and stuff like that, because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team and stuff. And most of those videos have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers. Like,
so in here, when she was a small content creator, she's talking about a video with 500 views that she's reacting to, and she only has 500 viewers, so she's only lost 50. They only lost 50 views. This is very, very compelling, where she literally is stealing this video 1 minute upon release. So it's not that she waited a day, she waited 2 days, she allowed Ethan Klein to get his views. That would be a far more interesting argument legally, right? Hey, you waited a year, then you watched the nuke. I would say, okay, like how many people are still watching the nuke a year later? Not that many. But you stole the video 1 minute after its release. That's a very different, and I didn't see this argument until now. This is a very, very smart argument to make. Because her argument will be, Ethan Klein does it. See, Ethan Klein reacts to other people's videos. But Ethan Klein doesn't react to their video 1 minute upon release to the whole video. We're talking about the whole video 1 minute after release. She's reacting to it. That's not how Ethan Klein, that's not how anyone reacts. That's not how Moist Critical reacts. That's not how Asmongold reacts. They wait a little bit. In fact, I would imagine Asmongold, Moist Critical, Ethan Klein, it's the opposite. Where they wait for a video to go viral, then because the video is viral, then they react to it. So the video has already gone viral. There's not that many more views that are going to be, like, if anything, they're adding views to it. So, like, the way that Moist Critical, I'm a big, Asmongold. So there's different types of reaction. And I'm so glad that this has been pointed out. Whether or not you react as soon as it comes out is so different than if you react to something a day later. Because that video can cook, right? That video can get the views. And then by the time it's 24 hours later, the video is probably dying on. It's probably like, right? Because that's most videos. That's everyone's videos. That's my videos. It doesn't matter if that's that's this or that, It doesn't matter if it's my short video or my live stream. It will get the most views within the first, like, hour-ish. And then it just completely just drops off like the cliff, like, after 24 hours, right? So this is a very different way. Yeah, so Asmongold is not my cup of tea. But yes, I admit that he will wait to react. The same with Moist Critical. And the same with Ethan Klein, right? This is not the same type. So, like, you can't compare. So, Denins and her legal team is making the comparison that Ethan Klein reaction videos is the same as Denins. There's no difference, right? But the difference here is the timing. The timing of it, right? Like, you let that video cook. And that video was able to, and then the owner of that video was able, this is what Denins talking right now. She's talking about a Vox Media video getting 5 million views, and then her reacting to it. This is very different than if that Vox Media view, like if that Vox video was, everyone knew was coming out, everyone's super excited, and you literally live stream the whole video a minute after it comes out. Right? Yeah, if Asmongold waits a week, that is pretty based. That is pretty based, right? So, like, yeah, again, I think that's a very, as a content creator myself, yes, I do want Asmongold to react to it. Yes, I want Moist Critical to react to it because I'll get more views. But at the same time, right, I don't want them to steal it, right? I want them to help me as a content creator, not take all my views away, right? So, again, I think this is a very, very critical part that hasn't been mentioned until right now, is when C actually streamed the nuke, right? It wasn't a day later. It wasn't a week later. It was a minute later, right? Yeah, hit the like, guys. Hit the like. We need those like buttons. This belies Denins' assertion that she used the nuke solely or primarily to criticize it. If this was true, Denins would have viewed the nuke beforehand. Yes, yes, yes. This is why I've been talking about the Goosey thing. Look, if she actually wanted to do what we're doing here, the Goosey docs, right? Wouldn't she have watched the nuke? If her goal was to criticize it, right? If her goal was to criticize it, wouldn't she have watched the nuke, took notes of it, outlined, just like what Goosey is doing here, outlined and researched the criticism, and then selected portions of the video she wanted to criticize. She's saying, I watched the video because I was going to criticize the video. But that's not how you criticize something. How can you criticize something when you don't know what it is? Like, look at how like Goosey and our team is doing this. When we criticize a legal document or we go over a legal document, we read the legal document. Often I will have a video at 9 a.m. describing my initial take on the legal document. Then we have a Goosey doc on it, which we research. Like, it's very well researched. There's links all the time and timestamps, right? So if we are going to talk about a document, that's what we would be doing, right? Yeah, well, but more people should Super Red for Life, yeah. So, like, if you're, yeah, this is, again, a solid argument. If your idea is, I'm going to criticize it, why wouldn't you watch it, then make a video, and then live stream the next day, right? Yeah, the Goosey standard. The Goosey standard. Oh, okay. Goosey's gonna love this. I got a message on Instagram from this account. It's called Only Goose. Oh, Omi Geese. This guy was in chat. And this guy actually reached out to me to, like, help me on my Pokemon page. And it literally is a huge page that posts Omi Geese. Yeah, you guys remember this? And I thought, did Goosey create like a second account, like a secondary account? And yeah, this person reached out, Only Geese, yeah. And they literally make pictures of geese And that's all they do. And they have like 200,000 followers, right? I thought this was hilarious. Like, I was like, wow. Oh, Goosey, you know this page? Goosey, do you follow? I mean, yeah, this is like our, this is hilarious. And this guy reached out to me today. So anyway, like, I thought, okay, so we'll go back. But I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, like, it's, we have more time to talk about, like, random stuff because it's nighttime and we're not, like, we don't have, like, a hard limit. Yeah. No. I'm pretty sure that's not Goosey. I talked to the guy. I would be shocked if that was Goosey. I would be shocked if that was Goosey's alt. but I was like, wow, this guy has a real account and it's, like, you know, doing well. And he contacted me on Instagram. I looked at it. I thought it was, like, I thought it was incredible that there's actually, like, that many people interested in a page that posts, like, funny goose photos. Like, yeah, this is kind of weird, right? But, okay. So, yeah, all the people, here's all the timestamps. It's making my eyes go blind. 70% of the runtime. See, was paused a lot of time. No critical bearing the conversation. There was, like, short segments. So, yeah, they're criticizing. There's no bar graph here. I wish Ron made a bar graph where she actually was paused. But there's no bar graph. So there's 30 pages of this. We went over this. Let's see. And then this is what I want to go over, too. So we're done this. Here is pretty interesting stuff. So a judicial notice is like, hey, judge, I want you to accept these things as fact for me. Here they talk about hate watching. So this is the video. This is the very famous video that Ron was the lawyer for. And what he's saying is, hey, in this video where it was fair use, so the video was bold guy versus parkour girl, there was fair use. This was a video 2.5 years ago. It was, let's see. The video is described in court decision granting summary judgment. The video contains adjudicated facts because it uses in the video that was held to be fair use. The complaint in the Magi, the watch party in the Magi, the video of the watch party of the nuke at the issue. Oh shit! This is Frogan. Hold on a second. Frogan's back on the menu. Oh no. Oh no. This is Frogan, isn't it? Oh yeah, the complaint was filed in Magi, docket number 1, Magi complaint. Therefore, it's public record. Adjudicated as fact, because it goes to fair use factor. Wait, what happened to Frogan? The watch party, the video on the watch party, did she settle? Hold on a second. No, it wasn't settled, but here, this is Caseytron. Adjudicated fact in Caseytron, the watch party in Caseytron. So they're using Caseytron as evidence as well. Because Caseytron did settle. And this is my favorite part here. This is Sally Kim again. The 429-26 order was filed in the motion to quash action. This is how Denins. This is how Denins has been injured by H3Snark. H3Snark thinks that they're helping Denins, but in fact, they really hurt her. I'm going to make, so what's this live stream title? So we're like 9 minutes, we're like in 80 minutes in. Hey, Bushspring. I'm going to make the argument right now that H3Snark has devastated Denins' case. Because now there is another case. There's a case right here. The 429-26 order was filed in motion to quash action as docket number 45 and therefore is public record. Consequently, the 429-26 order is capable of accurate and ready determination by result to resources whose accuracy cannot be reasonably questioned. That's the judge. So out of all these documents, the one document another judge is not going to question is this one, right? It literally is a ruling in Ethan Klein's favor. Yes, it's H3Snark, but they spend some time talking about Denins. In fact, they proved a prima facie case against Denins, right? Order is a adjudicative fact because its findings concern the first and fourth factor. Yes. So remember, there are four factors. Four factors of fair use, right? Four factors of fair use. The first fair use factor examines the purpose and character of the use. 17 USC, chapter 107.1. The fourth fair factor use asks whether consumers treat a challenge use as a market replacement for copyright work. The fourth fair use factor points against fair use when the copyist makes copies available that displace the demand for copies the copyright owner already made available or readily would. This order, so this is Sally Kim, made several relevant findings that pertain to the first and fourth factor in this case. The relevant excerpt is reproduced below. TEI does not merely allege these facts, but points to specific evidence that Doe defendants, that's H3Snark, specifically instructed other potential viewers to watch Dennis' watch party as a ethical way, this is coming from the judge, by the way, to watch TEI's programs. Citation. In this context, opponents of Klein's wanted to watch their show but did not want to give them views on YouTube or other streaming platforms that reward content creators based on their number of viewers. It appears that the entire purpose of watching Denins' watch party was to watch TEI's programming as a matter that did not benefit TEI. So this is, yes, we are also on TikTok. This is crazy. So another judge in the same court system as you has already determined, and I think correctly so, that the purpose of Denins' watch party wasn't criticism, it was to take views from the Kleins. So this matter has already been decided in a different court. Like, there's no other way to read this. There's no other way that you can read this, right? TEI's allegations, and here's the best part. TEI's allegations, supported by evidence, create a prima facie claim for contributory copyright infringement against Doe. So if there is a prima facie claim for contributory copyright infringement, there is a prima facie case for copyright infringement against Denins as well. You can't have both of these. So what the judge is saying is, I'm finding a prima facie claim for contributory copyright infringement against H3Snark. But what that also means is that there is also a copyright infringement against Denins. There's also a prima facie claim for copyright infringements against. So H3Snark after Denins over and over and over again. Like, they were protecting, in their mind, they probably told Leia, we gotta protect Denins, Leia. We love Denins. And all they've done is injure Denins, and in my opinion, this is unrecoverable. Now, let's talk about this. So this is very interesting here. This means that, yes, a prima facie case claim has also been proven against Denins for copyright infringement. There's no other way to see it, right? Although it may seem counterintuitive that opponents of the Kleins may want to watch the Kleins programs, they were engaging in a cultural phenomenon known as hate watching. Oh God, like, this gets so good. And then here is the Urban Dictionary definition of hate watch. A hate watch show is one the viewer generally despises but cannot stop watching. Isn't this the definition of H3Snark? Like, isn't this the definition of H3Snark? A hate watch show is one that the snarker hates to watch, but they cannot stop watching or commenting on. Yeah, I think if Denins loses, it will be on H3Snark's hands. I think her lawyers are very, very good. I don't think her lawyers would make the mistake that Leia made. And it's funny because Leia is not her lawyer, but Leia's the one who, like, Denins' lawyers are very good. If you read what they have written, even if you don't like Denins, even if we disagree with Denins, it's written really, really well. Like, I'm going to show you the writing. I love it. I love it. You know, I love good writings when it comes to, oh yeah, this is subpoena. It's so night and day from like what a Leia would write. Denins' lawyers are not dumb. They're very good. And they're very expensive. Let's see, judge, like this, look at how beautiful this is written. I love it. The you know, the two parallels, the table of contents, the cases. I think Ron may have looked at this and say, you know what, I should do the same thing. He's not wasting any paper, right? He's got all of his cases exactly. I promise you, he figured out the font for this. This is really good. Like, he makes some good points. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Some really, really good points were made. Here's the bar graph that Denins is really, really proud of. I'm not going to lie to you. Some good points were made, and they were pretty, for me, pretty compelling. And look, this is perfect. I like it. This is Benjamin Chaos. This is a guy with a tattoo. He's talking about this and then what's happened. And he does it in a very short manner way, right? I think overall it was very well done. I think it is my opinion that this is a very well-written piece of... This is very well-written motion. I love it. I had fun reading it. I think it was pretty interesting. Now, do I agree with it? Not all of it, but it does open your mind. Like, we have to be as neutral as possible and understand that there are two sides to every argument. So we don't want to really just post, like, you know, one side, right? Yeah, Denins, because Denins is a simple person. So C is not going to look at the other arguments. They made some really good arguments. So Denins is very simple. Her audience is also very simple. So for a simple audience, they just created this. And this is, it's so funny. Like, the lawyer probably made 10 really, really good points. The lawyer went 10 really killer points, in my opinion. Like, 2 of them I didn't even think about. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's interesting. Like, when a lawyer can write something and you think about it as another lawyer, it's a good piece of writing. The reason Denins, right, is only focused on the bar graph is he's very simple. She doesn't even understand how good of a job her legal team did here. But to her and her audience, they can understand, oh, bar graph, cool. Right, it's an image, right? But they made some really compelling stuff. I mean, I'll give you one example. I think it's at the end. I like it. Yeah, here's the compelling thing. This is one of the things I didn't really think about. T.I. alleges Denins' audience is similar to Pikers, the most prominent alt-left streamer on Twitch. Alleges Denins leeches off of Pikers' audience. I think we can all agree that's true. Denins' target audience, generally political conservatives and libertarians, hold on, let me go to chat again, is obviously not the same as plaintiff's target audience, generally political liberals. Moreover, although SJW levels of awareness is comprised entirely of portions of we thought she would win, there's no reason to think plaintiff's audience will abandon her progressive YouTube channel to watch the derisively titled SJW levels of awareness. So she's making the argument, they're making the argument that he is so, like, anti, that the audience is so like Hassan. Like, basically she's female Hassan. So, yeah, but Ty, that's why you have a good lawyer. So we know that that her audience is not conservative, but the judge doesn't know this. So again, the judge doesn't know this. So if the judge thinks he has a conservative audience and Ethan's audience is more liberal, then the judge is like, so she played the political card. I thought that was interesting. Oh, congrats on the 50K. What did we hit 50K? Thank Floppy. I don't know if we hit 50K yet. I thought that was interesting. That, like, she's saying that because they're different politically, she couldn't steal the audience because everyone's divided politically, right? And she's, like, pro Hassan. So, and then even the female Hassan. So, and then they're at beef and so on. So, I mean, again, there were some interesting points. I think the other points were in the beginning. Document fair use, strongly wears in his favor. There's very good case law. Yeah, there was very good case law entered as well. So yeah, they're making the argument that the nuke is a documentary and informational. So if something is more informational or documentary rather than creative, it is harder to copyright infringe. That was an interesting argument too. Again, I'm not saying I agree. Oh, okay. Yeah, 500. Yeah, thank you, Dank Flappy. We hit 500. Yes, that's what they're saying. They're saying Denins is a conservative. Or Denins watchers are conservatives. Look. Denins target audience, generally, this is right? This is citing a case here. They're citing a case. So they're not saying Denins. Okay, sorry. They're not saying Denins. They're saying the defendant in the Hughes case is political conservatives and libertarians. Obviously not the same target audience, generally political liberals. So that's what she's saying. She's saying that her audience is not the same audience as Ethan Klein's. And she cites a case where that was enough. So it's interesting. Again, I think this is very well written for Denins. I think this is the best they could have done. I don't think they could have done better than this. Yeah, Mary, it makes more sense when you... So that's not Denins herself. It's another defendant. But here, a hate watch show is one the viewer generally despises but cannot stop watching. Isn't it funny? Like H3 leftovers, right? Oh, that's the Goosey. That's the Omi geese. Isn't it funny? H3 leftovers, by definition, they have to watch his content, yes? They have to constantly, like, watch him. Anytime he posts on Instagram, they have to screenshot it, right? Let's take a look at, like, how, like, I don't even think he's active today, right? He's not, there's no H3 podcast on Saturdays, right? Now they're after Destiny. Here's Hassan. Here's Old Free. Here they're talking about the nickname. Here's Ethan Klein. So they're literally here's the Mega Fred, the power of 10 Freds combined into one. One of them being Frogan. What is our good friend Frogan up to right now? Oh, we have big news on Frogan, by the way. We have big news on our good friend Frogan. Frogan has 124. We are now officially larger than Frogan. We are now officially larger than Frogan. And we're not playing no video games. And we don't have this many followers. Yeah, it always surprised me. And our chat is way more. Look how active this chat is. My God, I've been here for like a minute and there's only 2 people. Did I say something? Hello? I don't even know if I have one of these things. Hello? No, I don't have it. Damn, like, let's see. Let's wait here and see when the next time somebody chats will be. We'll just wait. Nobody chat. Nobody chat, guys. Do not chat. We're gonna wait here and see how long it takes Frogan to get one chat. Ah, besties. It's from the same person. Oh, she's got a bot. No, one human chat, guys. No, we don't want to chat, guys. We need to wait. Hold the line, guys. Hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line, guys. Hold the line. She's got 119 people. I don't see no chats. What's going on? Are these real people or bots? I heard that in Twitch there are a lot of bots. It's the same person 3 times. 4 times. It's the same person 4 times, guys. You can't. Oh, my we've been streaming so long, my battery's dying. Guys, my battery literally is dying. Frogan's trying to cancel us. My battery literally is dying right now. Guys, hold the line. Is Damon gonna chat again? Look, we got Damon, then we got Robot Killer, then we got the Frogan bot. Oh, okay, we're done. We got him. Okay. We got him. Damn, that was sad. Man. That's sad. You know, like, I thought Frogan was this huge stream. Like, I keep talking about it. But I really thought, from the millions of views he got, that, like, how could Frogan only have, 100 people watching her? I mean, damn, that's sad as hell, man. And she's a full-time content creator? Her entire living comes from this? Guys, maybe we should, be nice to Frogan. Maybe we'll donate some money to Frogan. I feel bad for her. Does anyone feel bad for her? I kind of feel bad for her. It's not cool. It's not cool, guys. That's not funny. Imagine that's, your real job. You just to sit there, stream for 8 hours, your chat is not popping off. It's sad. God, I kind of want to help her. Is it bad? Is it bad that I want to help her right now? Could we send some of you guys over there, and then you guys could donate a little bit of money to get, a little bit of food? Yeah, it is, man. Okay, anyway. And, no, I forgot. And look at how hard they try to promote Frogan. They promote Frogan, hard. They, okay, here's an argument that I would make, okay? Here's an argument I would make. My argument would be, hey, look how hard they're promoting Frogan, right? Look at this. They promote Frogan, every day. But she can't get any views. Then the argument would be this. Okay, we promoted Denins. We suck. We didn't give no Denins 40,000 views. We can barely give Frogan 100 views, right? So, a very clever argument would be... So, this is Leia, right? This is Leia not being smart enough to make this argument. If I was the H3Snark lawyer, number one, I would run Denins under the bus. I would say, my gosh, we didn't know Denins was going to commit rampant copyright infringement. How could we know? We promoted her live stream before she went on. Again, you can argue it. Well, I'm just saying that's argument number one. Argument number two would be, hey, look how hard we try to promote this Frogan character. And damn, she can't... Damn, the live chat be dead all the time. Look, we promote her literally every day, multiple times a day. We literally promote her multiple times a day with hundreds of upvotes every single day. Every single day we promote Frogan. There's not been a single day we have not promoted Frogan. Look. And she still can't get over a hundo or 150. Look. No one talk. Miss Tickles is here. Like, come on, guys. Like, where are we at? 115? So, like, wouldn't that be a compelling argument? My argument would be this. Hey, we promote this dude called Frogan every single day, and she's getting nowhere. There's no 40,000. There's no, like, 10,000. There's not even 1,000 people. So, we could be promoting, you know, like, we promote Denins, okay? How much do you think we actually helped her? 100 people? Maybe 50? So that would be a pretty compelling argument against the market substitution, would be that we actually don't have any power, right? We actually literally don't have any power to promote somebody. So when Ethan Klein is suing us, talking about market substitution, well, we suck at promoting. Look, we every single day, we try to promote the Frogan. We promote her multiple times a day. Look, we promoted her 10 hours ago with links. Here's to Denins. Obviously, Denins is the OG. We got to put Denins up front. Then we promoted her on Tamachi Life. Wow, 2 comments. 159 up. I mean, it's almost like these are bots. I ain't gonna lie. It's almost like these are bots, man. How does something have 159 comments? Or sorry, how does something have 159 likes and only 2 comments? Yeah, it's weird, right? Like, and here we promote her again. What is Ethan going to gain? Okay, so let's see what Frogan has to do with this. Oh, here, Hassan Frogan. I genuinely think this man wants to give them the same treatment he gives Trisha, Panas, Hassan, and Frogan. I hope he tells everyone during his next live stream, because I'm genuinely curious. Okay, cool. I don't know why you gotta drag Frogan's name in this. Come on, man. Frogan is just... Frogan has the power of 10 suns in her hands, and she barely can get 100-ish viewers. Like, come on, guys. Oh, she's at 122 now. It's the same 2 people. It's Miss Tickle and Damon. Can you make food? What? Wow. Riveting stuff, right? This is like me on my TV. Sometimes when I'm trying to find a channel on my TV, my 2-year-old just slapped the thing from my thing because it's like, this is boring as hell. All right, now back. We're almost done, guys. A hate watch show is one the viewer generally despises. Okay, so let's log out. Let's give her one less viewer. That's probably mean. I probably should have logged back in. You know what? I'm going to create an account just so I can give Frogan one more viewer. And then my account will give her, like, positive stuff. Guys, we'll say, like, positive things on the account next time. This could be because it is so important. They feel, yeah, Jesus, yeah. Oh, geez, doesn't this describe Snark so beautifully? They cannot stop watching. This could be because it is so important. They feel they have to, because it has enough promise that they hope it gets better, because it's so well crafted in its terribleness that the badness itself is noteworthy, or because they enjoy the adrenaline that the pure reversion can bring. Whatever the reason, the hate watcher cannot look away from the train wreck. Citation. This is a judge, by the way. Here, the entire purpose of Denins' watch party was to hate watch TEI's works without giving any benefit to TEI. Damn, that's code. Again, this is a judge in the same court system talking about Denins. This is a judge who's been given the H3Snark version of the case, and she is still talking only about Denins. And this does affect Denins greatly. So she's not talking about H3Snark. Oh, no. She's talking about Denins' watch party was a hate watch. So unless the other judge disagrees with this judge, and often judges do not do this. Judges are co-workers. They have to work together. They like each other. It is quite obvious to me that the judge in the H3Snark, before making her decision, talked to the judge in the Denins case. Because the way that she addresses fair use, saying, hey, I'm going to let the other court handle it, was incredibly respectful for that court. So this judge, the H3Snark judge, Sally Kim, gave every ounce of respect to the Denins judges. You don't think they're going to return that back to her? No, absolutely, they are going to. So anything that she found out about Denins or H3Snark, they're going to use. There's credible evidence that no defendants understood this goal. Yeah, again, look at this. So what was Denins' goal? Denins' goal was the hate watch. H3Snark understood the goal of hate watching, and they encouraged people to watch Denins' part. So this is very bad for Denins. This judge literally says the entire purpose, there's no other way around this, the entire purpose of Denins' watch party was the hate watch Ethan Klein's video without giving any benefit to Ethan Klein. Unless Denins' judge disagree, unless the judge in this case here unless the judge, which is, so right now it's a magistrate judge, it's Patricia A. Donahue, but this is the district judge, so like, unless these two judges have like a beef with Sally Kim, there's no way they're going to disagree with Sally Kim. There's just no way. This is the killer. Sally Kim is literally saying, and she's not talking about H3Snark right now. She's talking about Denins. The entire purpose of Denins' watch party was to hate watch, and hate watch, in case you don't know what it is, has been defined here. Ethan Klein. I don't know. Unless these judges disagree with that, they're smoked. Denins is smoked. You know. And I think these judges are on very good terms because Sally Kim respected this court over here to determine fair use. Both Leia and Ram wanted Sally Kim to determine fair use. And she didn't want to determine it. So it's in the transcript. Because she respected these guys. Well, she didn't want to step on these guys' feet. So she said, you know what? Both Ron and Leia want me to determine fair use. I'm not going to do that because I think you guys are going to do that because you guys are great. I love you guys over here. I'm going to throw it back to you guys. You guys determine fair use. But I want you guys to know that, yes, this is hate watching. Beautiful. In case you don't know what this is Frogan. Classic Frogan. Let's not forget what Frogan has done. Frogan reacting by exiting. Frogan's comments. Time to watch the new nuke ethically. Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching with me. Frogan, prior to reacting to content Hassan Biker. I came from H3Snark Reddit. I found my way from Reddit. Frogan reading comments in chat prior to reacting to content nuke Hassan Biker. Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing. Classic Frogan. Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing. And this is classic Frogan literally leaving to go to the bathroom. Reacting by exiting. Insanity while continuing to play. Like, come on, Frogan. Like, you gotta make this a little harder for us, right? Oh, geez. Frogan. So this is the Frogan case. It's been a while since I looked at the Frogan case. H3, or the leftover group. Alright, so Frogan's case. Okay, cool. So that was here. I don't know what Exhibit 9 is. It's going to be a surprise to me. So I'm going to just click on it. I hope it's nothing bad. Oh. Oh, baby. Yes, they attached Sally Kim's argument, which has the hate watch. Yes. Yeah, here we are. We're defining. So this is Sally Kim's argument. Very, very well written. They're not going to appeal this. There's nothing they can do. They're screwed. Yeah, here it is, right here. The entire purpose of Denins' watch party was to hate watch T.I.'s works without giving any benefit to T.I. That is damn cold. That's like case over. Those repack and we reject it. Oh, jeez. And look. They want money. Those requests for attorney fees, and she's like, nah, you guys suck. You're not entitled to no fees. Oh, jeez. Pretty brutal. So that's number 9. Declaration here. Here's notice of lodging. Okay. Here's the flash drive and all the other cool stuff that they put in. And declaration. This is the declaration. Oh, yeah, see, look, Ron was the attorney for this, and he won. So everyone's saying Ron sucks and he can't win. No. He's won a case before. He's won this case. He's personally drafted the motion. So, like, if anyone knows this case, it would be Ron. He's the one who drafted all this stuff. And he won fair use. So Ron is saying, this is a good argument. Ron is saying, hey, I actually won fair use, but in our case, we made a video 2.5 years later. It didn't, like, steal any of the views. Like, you know, it was... He's attorney on record. I do think he's also attorney on Frogan, and they settled with Caseytron. Will Caseytron come as a witness? Yeah, here, Caseytron. So what is happening with Frogan right now? Caseytron settled and So, like, also Caseytron has hurt Denins, okay? Because Caseytron... Oh, yeah, good point. The Snarkers will need another lawyer. Leia doesn't really do these type of cases. She only does motions to quash. It is fully likely that once the identities of the Snarkers have been revealed and they go back here, they go back to this case. Remember, they're in this original case to begin with. They're part of this original case. They're right here. They're this right here. There's 10 of them. What happens is they actually have to get a lawyer. That's not Leia. They probably are not going to go with Leia, to be honest with you. Here's Denin Street. Yeah, here's Denins. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it since he's confirming it's coming out today. She streamed it a minute later. I'm going to stream it. Well, guys, if you enjoy not giving any views to that terrible video, give me a follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like my content. Denins. And here is Denins and the empty chair. Damn. No, you know what? Let's take bets. I'll take a bet. Who wants to bet that Leia will be the Snark lawyers against Ethan Klein during the actual, not the subpoena, but the actual one, right? Should Leia, like, how crazy would it be if the H3Snarkers hired Leia again? That would be crazy, right? So again, Alexandra Denins has her own free lawyers. That's already set. The Does, upon, assuming their identities do get revealed, they're probably going to need to hire new lawyers. Yeah, this is clearly chair reacts. Yeah, the 10 Snarkers, you could be in 10 different states, Dylan. There's so many different possibilities. They could be in different countries. They could be... It's quite interesting, right? It's quite interesting who their lawyer may be, or who their lawyers may be. Maybe some of the Snarkers, break away from the primary snarker and say, you know what, you did a bad job. We trusted you. You hired Leia. Our names got exposed. We're not going to trust you anymore. We're going to hire my own. They could come up with 10 different lawyers. They could return, and every one of them has a different lawyer. Yeah. It could be crazy. Like, the possibilities are endless. In terms of, like, what could happen next. Because you have no idea. We have no idea who H3Snark is. I'm very curious to find out who they are. Like, as human beings, almost, right? Yeah, Hugh Jeff says correct. Yeah, they could even be in chat now. They could be among us. What if Goosey was an H3Snark? What would we do then? We'd be totally screwed. Like, what if, like, Goosey or Alex was a snarker? What if I was a snarker this whole time? And I was like a double agent snarker, right? It could be any of us. Nobody, and here's the beauty of this. Nobody knows. No one can tell for certain who these people are. It could be me, it could be you, it could be Jules is cool. It could have been, like, we could have been like a double agent for the snark the whole time. Yeah, Goosey Snarker, yeah. Like, ooh, man, it'd be crazy. What if like Goosey is Millie? Right? It's possible. Yeah, what if I sent the Snark email to myself? What if I had access to the Snark email and I sent it to myself as a disguise? What if I'm Roman P and it's just one guy and I sent the email to myself and then no one ever would have thought? No, forget Goosey being Millie. What if I'm Millie? How, like, crazy would that be if I sent an email asking for help for myself and then showed it to everybody and then nobody would think I'm a snarker? Nobody would think I'm a snarker, right? But in truth, I was the head snarker. That's why I have access to the email. And I sent it to me. Yeah, it could even be Ethan's lawyer, Rom, right? Rom is not happy with what he's getting paid. They're working Rom to the bone, right? Rom's like, God damn, give me so many cases. I'm just gonna, spend my spare time just talking about Ethan. And then it turned out it was Rom was the snarker all along. Yeah, no, I mean, there's the full-on Death Note, right? There's so many different scenarios, right? Of, like, who these people can be, right? Maybe Hassan Piker. Maybe it's a Hassan Piker's dog asking for help, right? Yeah, this could be a real movie. This is like a mystery, right? Like, I want to take... But the thing with Death Note is Kiara and Elle basically are the same people with the same intelligence on different sides, right? So, like, it's so easy if Elle and Kiara switch sides, right? In this case, maybe, like, the biggest supporters of Ethan Klein are actually these snarkers, right? Like, what if these snarkers actually are trying to help Ethan? And like a very bizarre... Yeah, we need to start taking bets. Like, we'll have Goosey in Discord make some type of, like, graph where we try to figure out, like, what jobs they have. Are they married? Do any of them have kids? Right? Do any of them have kids? Have them been sued before? Are they Reddit employees? That's a big one. Are they Reddit employees? Right? Is it in any influencers? Like, are they any YouTubers, right? No, the reality might be less exciting, but I think the possibilities are endless. They literally are, and there's 10 of them. No, I mean, we don't even know if there's 10 of them. Like, I mean, it's so crazy. Hey, good night, Super Red for life. We're almost done here. It's so crazy. We don't even know if there's 10 of them or not. Right? There could be 10 of them. Or it could just be one dude. Right? Yeah, maybe all the snarkers are in my chat right now, and they're the mods. Like, every one of the mods are snarker. Like, who are these people? Who are these people? No one knows. And that, I think, is the excitement. I think that is the excitement over, oh yeah, this is it. Look at how many times Sally Kim has been mentioned. Sally Kim has been mentioned at least like 4 or 5 times, right? Okay, yeah, could be Leia. Could be Leia. You know, there's some evidence for that. What if Millie is Millie Brown? So when I think about Millie, I only think of Millie Bobby Brown. What if Millie is Millie Bobby Brown? Holy shit, would that be crazy? Right? Could you imagine if it was Millie Bobby Brown? Yeah, James Charles. It could be James Charles, right? Yeah, why would 11 do this? You know, like, come on. Anyway, we'll probably have a video for you guys tomorrow. We're making a cool video for you guys tomorrow with me, Goosey, and Alex. I don't know if you'll see the video tomorrow. Probably not, because it's got to be edited and so on. But, yeah, this is the only Millie I know. So, maybe we'll do like a fun episode one day where we try to figure out, right, like who they are and stuff. But thank you guys. We hit over 500. I appreciate everyone who was able to tune in. We'll probably see you guys Monday. And have a good night, guys. Stay safe. Enjoy, you know, whatever you guys are doing. Yes, we're doing a reenactment of the Snark hearing now that we have the transcript. The only other person with a transcript is Leia. So we are going to do a Snark hearing reenactment around noon sometime. But I think we're going to try to make it like with sound effects. We're going to edit it, right? But I will probably not go live streaming until Monday. So we'll see you Monday at noon. I will try to figure out what video topic I want to make for tomorrow night. But yeah, it's like a reenactment like Rick and Morty, correct, Loco Brown, with me, Goosey, and Alex. So I think you guys will love that stuff. Alex does a fantastic job with that stuff. So we are really trying for you guys. We appreciate every one of you. I mean, to be honest, I was talking to Alex today about this. And it's like, if we hit, like, my goal was to hit 500 viewers one time by July. You guys are, like, crazy, right? I mean, we are doing so well, in my opinion. And I'm very happy with the team. I'm very happy with you guys. I'm very happy with everything that we've done so far. And very appreciative of our growth, for sure. But we want to bring you better content. We want to bring you better shit, right? So we're working hard. We're working hard to bring you more stuff you guys actually want. More stream times, 8 p.m., you know, at nighttime. Yes. Shout out to Jules is cool. And I mean, everyone who's kind of rocked with us from the beginning, that's you know, there's a lot of love there, right? Because we were sub 100. We were sub 100 viewers. Whenever we broke 100 viewers, I would go to our like private like Discord and say, "Oh God, we hit 100, awesome!" And we're like, "Yeah, we hit 100, awesome." The fact that we're doing 500, we did 1100, is just wild, right? So I mean, I want you guys to know, there's a lot of love from our group to you guys. There's a lot of love from me to you guys, and thanks for supporting us. Because I mean, I don't take it for granted. I don't take the growth for granted. I was happy at 100. You know, I was like, you know, you should see the chats. Like, you're like, oh, we hit 100, and everyone's excited. Yeah, we hit 100. When we hit like 150, like it gets like very excited. There's like a lot of emojis bouncing around. But yeah, 500 is just ridiculous that we hit that today. But anyway, love you guys and take care. We are going to try to make better content for you guys soon. Anyway.